Good evening. Welcome to Soundtracks with Birdman, coming to you live from my backyard because it's not 100 degrees tonight with 500% humidity. Star Trek Insurrection, the ninth Star Trek film. I was kind of Chris P's idea, but it might have been my mix-up, something like that. But an age boomer, as always, who is currently looking for his copy of Star Trek Insurrection.
Hi.
How are you tonight, Chris P?
I am doing well. How about yourself?
It was a nice day, and I'm happy with that because it's been horrible the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's nice over where I'm at too. It's been nice the past few days, which it's a nice big change from all the humidity and 90-degree temperature.
I'm hoping for an early fall. By fall.
Yes. Yes, fall is nice.
Yeah. And welcome to chat real fast. We got Melissa Harris, Big Al, and Zootopia so far in the chat. How is everyone tonight in the chat? And someone told me, Big Al, this was your favorite Star Trek film ever made. Is that correct? Or is it still Star Trek 5?
Who?
Oh, I'm just trying to cause some trouble in the chat.
That's fine.
Sir Ian's in the house. Hello. Your Legends of the Fall CD arrived today, along with my Sleepy Hollow 4-disc set. So as soon as I can get to the post office, which will probably be next week, it will get dispatched to you. So I hope you're looking forward to that. Boomer, did you find your copy?
Not yet. Just give me a couple minutes.
Oh, you got time. You got time.
Okay. Everything's fine. I'm cool.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
Okay.
Discovery Plus, I'm sure has it. I'm gonna murder. Sorry, no, I'm not gonna do anything bad. I'm gonna Murdoch somebody. That's what I meant to say. Okay.
Murdoch.
Okay. I have nothing against Paramount Plus except everything against Paramount Plus, which had all the Star Trek movies on here a couple weeks ago. They're not there now. You can watch all the Kurtzman Trek you want, though.
I've never watched any Kurtzman Trek.
Well, you know what? I think you need to start. Come on.
I will say this. I was having a conversation with someone, and they were watching it the other night, and I think they said this was like the first Star Trek film they'd ever seen, and they thought it was funny, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. Cisco and Ebert were split on this movie when it came out. Did you know that?
They were. I watched their review on it.
Yeah, Cisco liked it. Ebert didn't. He kind of thought it was kind of not good. He was not impressed. And it's funny during the review, there's that wonderful line in it where Picard says it's only 600 people we have to relocate. Oh well, what number does it become a problem? 1,000, 50,000. Remember that? And
yeah, and that was one of the few actual Star Trek parts in the entire film to me.
Yeah, and then he goes, and then Gene Siskel says, "Well, that's more profound than anything Yoda had to say." And I was like, "Oh no!"
I'm fighting words there.
Oh, nerd fight.
Oh, I can't believe he said that. It's just okay. In a minute, I'll be renting this lovely movie, and I will in the future. I'll just make sure because I don't actually own any
DVD or
I
VHS
do not own
or
any
Betamax.
of the. I don't own any of the TNG movies. I have all of the original crew movies. But somehow,
well, now I know what to get you for Christmas.
No, you don't have to get it for me for Christmas. I've had plenty of opportunity to get the TNG movies. I somehow have not. Anyway, they're fine. They're fine, except for Generations and Nemesis, and I'm about ready to. Boy, they really don't want you watching. Is this like a forbidden Star Trek movie?
So, hey, Al's dropping by to say hi and leave a like. Thank you. I hope your husband's doing okay. I haven't been able to talk to you. I keep missing all the Fan Man shows, so I don't get a chance to talk to you anymore. But I hope everyone's doing okay on your end of the world. So.
Okay, I am. I think I need to contact someone over at Paramount Plus and complain. because this is a bunch of BS. You're Paramount. You own this movie. I subscribe to Paramount Plus. It's Star Trek. Not on there. AMC has it. Why? What is the point of streaming? I don't understand any of this. I'm fine.
And for more boomer rants, check out his channel Sunday nights called Geeky Geezers with Troy
usually
Pacelli.
Troy the one going on the rants. I've been getting worse lately. What is this? They're having a sale. Oh, it's a sale on the Abrams check. I'm gonna rush out to buy that gem. Oh. You know what? I didn't hate it. The first Abrams Trek movie, I didn't hate it. I was like, okay, they're having to reboot it for a new audience. I'm gonna. Oh, all this is on sale. Well, lickety split. What is this? Star Trek Generations, Star Trek Insurrection. Buy it at $7.99. We're gonna buy it.
You buy all of them for $7.99?
I'm not gonna do that. No. Oh, buy it. No, we're renting this at $3.99. You SOP. I'm gonna. Oh, tax too. Thank you. I'm fine. I'm gonna murder. I'm not gonna murder anybody.
No, you're not.
Because I don't want to say that on live on a stream here.
No Murdochs.
Okay, here we go. Rental. Only got 24 hours to watch it, so hopefully we get this stream done between now and 24 hours.
Hey, Boomer, take a sip of your Snapple peach tea and breathe in.
I don't have any peach tea tonight.
Ooh.
I have a mug root beer because root beer is the official drink of Starfleet
Breathe
Academy.
in, breathe out, and drink some mug root beer.
Okay, I'm fine. It's one Popeye's chicken sandwich I won't be eating anytime soon. I'm messing with you. I'm fine. Okay, we all right? How you doing, Crispy? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm enjoying the ranting.
I a month ago, they were all there. And when they're not on Paramount Plus, they're usually on Amazon or Netflix or any of the other myriad streaming services I have access to, except they're not anywhere now because AMC has them. I'm fine. How you doing, Daniel? You doing okay?
I'm okay.
Ready to start the movie.
I had a good Monday and Tuesday. Rebecca came down, and we spent some time together. Went to Costco. I'm getting her on board the Prepper Light train. So
the Prepper Light. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. Have seeds. Maybe plant your own garden, right?
Yeah.
What they used to call a victory guard back in the war days, right?
Yeah. That's true.
Not a bad idea.
Her daughter wants to get some chickens, and I'm all about that. You know, we can build a chicken coop and have some chickens.
Get some fresh eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a difference. Fresh eggs compared to store-bought.
So are we all done ranting?
I'll save it for Sunday. I'll save it for Sunday. I am going to tear into Paramount Plus. Okay, let's move along. I got the stars about ready to circle around the big old mountain of the once great studio Paramount used to be. I'm fine. I'm fine.
See, I was going to go off on this film.
I don't hate this movie. I want to make this clear. It's like a Star Trek 2-part episode with a bigger budget. That's how I don't think I'd be that. There are worse things in this world. Okay.
Yes, there are.
Like Star Trek Into Darkness, but anyway, we'll keep quiet.
Crispy, you good?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, Al had some nice words before she left. Okay, so like 3, 2, 1, play.
Okay, are we playing now?
Yeah, I said
we'll
play.
Do it again because I wasn't ready. What 3? You didn't do the pause.
Okay.
Is everybody playing? Just say play when it's ready to play. Okay.
Okay, I'm at 0, 0, 0, 0.
I'm just at the stars circling. I'm not going to stop it again.
I pressed play just now. I got the stars.
I'm going to hit play now too. Chris P, I'm at the 4-second mark. If you're 5, 6, 7. Okay.
I'm at 7
stars.
Now. Yeah.
Paramount. Oh man, Beverly Hills Cop, Raiders of the Lost Ark. How many good movies did the studio put out?
Top Gun.
The original Iron Man.
The original Iron Man. You're right. That was a.
That was Paramount.
Okay. Now I remember I took my dad to see this movie. Okay, back in the day, and he was sort of hit or miss with Star Trek. He still watched it, but he would find things to complain about. And he was not a fan of this movie. He would not a fan. And I thought he would like it because it has Gilbert and Sullivan singing in the beginning of it, you know? Come on. So how about you, Chris P? What did you think of this movie? Did you see it when it came out in theaters?
Like I told Daniel earlier, I saw it at the cheap theater. So originally released, but at the cheaper theater. So.
Okay. Well, no, that still counts. That still counts. I saw Kill Bill Volume 2 in a cheap theater, but after I'd already seen it in the regular theater. It was kind of a last minute thing. How about you, Daniel? Did you see this in the theaters when it came out?
No, I completely missed it that year.
When did you see it?
It didn't look interesting to me from the trailer.
Oh.
I talked to a friend, a fellow Star Trek friend, and he said it was kind of like a TV episode, and I was like, yeah, okay. But the budget was like 70 million, and the box office was 117, so it didn't do very well.
No.
70 million for this?
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Where'd that money go?
I'll say this: Gene Siskel really liked the effects in this. He said the effects were very good. And this was not ILM. ILM was busy working on the Phantom Menace, I believe, right?
Yeah, something called Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they had their priorities. These are the best CG goats I've ever seen.
These aren't real goats.
I know. I'm kidding.
You're like, I'm like, I don't know what to believe anymore.
So I'm thinking this is like one of these planets that's in the Renaissance period, and we can't talk to these people. Prime Directive and all that, right? But then we find out, that may not be the story. Look, they're making artisan bread.
And the music is just not very Star Trek-y to me right here.
Nope.
Did they ever do a Star Trek episode? I don't think they did, where they showed up on a planet that was like Industrial Revolution, Victorian era period. That might have been interesting. And like maybe someone who's smart enough, who's an inventor, captures a shuttlecraft or something and actually can figure it out, the technology to some point.
No, the closest thing would have been a two-parter from Voyager.
Oh, okay.
A ship gets sent back to Earth in the late 20th century, and Ed Begley Jr. figures it out how to fly it.
I remember. Okay, I remember that episode.
How did Voyager get back in time on Earth?
They were sucked into a
wormhole.
Yeah, wormhole along with the time ship, and they actually fly in the Earth's atmosphere and get caught on camera and shown on the news.
Sirian makes a good point. Paramount did the Godfather trilogy.
Yeah, they did a lot of that, which you can currently watch on HBO Max because streaming is stupid. I'm sorry, I'll be good.
I will say this: when I had Disney, when I had Verizon, because they bought Fox, I wanted to watch The Shield, and I couldn't find it anywhere.
Was it on Hulu?
I never could figure out how to get Hulu to work. Don't make fun of me, Boomer.
No, you know what? You need a Roku player, I think. Or an Amazon Fire Stick or something. You got a TV finally, didn't you?
Yeah, I just don't have it hooked up.
Oh, okay. Now, these are some messed up looking dudes, huh? So, Chris P., what was your reaction to this movie?
I don't remember it initially, but watching it again, it was like you said, seemed like a two-parter episode. It just had the feel of it.
I will say this: out of all the TNG movies, I feel like I've seen this one the most. I don't know why.
Really?
Okay, yes. I think I went to see it with my dad, but then I went to see it with a friend, and then maybe I caught it again on videotape, and so this was one. Who's that knocking everybody around like they're tissue paper? So I take it they're in some kind of thermoptic camouflage. Or if you watch Ghost in the there's his head.
Yeah, he's a floating android head. What manner of devilry is this?
Yeah, well, that's what you're expecting in this whole setup. You're expecting, the demons, they're walking about or something, or it's Headless Mike or something, like these superstitious, savages, you know, or whatever that the Federation is observing. But that's not the story here.
See, why didn't Data have a phaser on him?
Why didn't Data have a phaser on him? I don't know.
I mean, the other guy's got a phaser on him.
I don't know. Maybe they weren't supposed to have phasers on them at all. They're just there to observe. Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
I want to say that phaser is using a Sonos phaser. Those guys with the stretched skins, one of their phasers.
Oh, I see. So that's not a Federation phaser. Okay.
Yeah.
Federation probably wasn't. This is a peaceful community. We're not going to be. We're just here to observe. We're in thermoptic camouflage, which I'm sure that's not what they call it here, but that's a Ghost in the Shell reference. They used to have that, the Predator camouflage. Of course, theirs is really good. You don't even see any waves.
Well, this is the 24th century.
I think theoretically you could make one of those suits, right? You could just have it's made up of cameras that's reflecting what they see onto the suit. So it's sort of making you invisible that way. I don't know. Who's eating floral arrangement? Are they vegetarian? That's not in there.
Well, Sir Ian says he really likes this film, so that's cool. Point out like the parts that you like the most in the film for me. I'd like to hear them.
Here's what it is. This movie doesn't offend me. Okay, all right. I'll put it this way: it's still Star Trek. It's a Star Trek-like story. You're gonna have those episodes you like more than others, but this is fine. Okay, it's fine. It's passable. It does strike me odd that it costs that much money to make, though. That seems like a lot.
Okay. I read they were really cutting the budget on this, and they were borrowing costumes from Deep Space Nine for people.
Well, why not? Yeah, you're. He does mention that they're at war with the Dominion.
Yeah, they mentioned.
Yeah, he just mentioned the Dominion right there. He mentions the Borg and the Dominion. Yeah.
Yep. And then they briefly mentioned Worf and DS9, so there's that connection to that show. Yep.
Well, I like the fact that they still, Michael Dorn, busy actor, okay? I mean, he was doing Deep Space Nine. He has to show up here and do this movie. He did a lot of voice acting too for cartoon series, so he got around a lot. He was the voice of Calabac on Superman the Animated Series.
That's right.
Also the voice of Steel. He did dual roles on that show.
Was he the bad guy on Gargoyles?
He was a adversary called Coldstone, who was Goliath. He called him Rookery Brother, so basically Goliath's brother. But his problem was he wasn't really a bad guy. He was more of a tragic figure that he had to fight Goliath, but he was like, I think he was part cyborg, and the cybernetic stuff was messing him up because I think like he was a gargoyle that was brought back, but they didn't have all the pieces, so they used cybernetics to help bring him back, and it was like a Frankenstein type project. So he's more like a tragic figure, more even though he was an adversary for a couple episodes.
I've got that series on Blu-ray. I haven't watched it yet.
What series?
Gargoyles.
It's on Blu-ray?
Yeah, I found a website that I was able to get it on Blu-ray.
Oh wow! I have it on DVD. It's an excellent series. It's one of the best Disney animated series ever made. If you're a big fan of, if you're like Star Trek, you're going to get a kick out of the fact that a lot of Star Trek actors do voices on that show as different parts. The main villain is played by Jonathan Frakes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, in traditional Disney fashion, the animated characters sort of look like the real life counterparts, So the character he plays in it sort of looks like him, so it's kind of neat. I don't know if LeVar Burton was ever on it, though. I would think he would have been, but I don't remember him. But like a lot of other actors were on it.
Sir Ian, what's your favorite Star Trek series? Boomer, do you have a favorite Star Trek series?
It's tough. I like the original series, the classic one from the 60s, but I have a lot of affection for Deep Space Nine as well. So it's between those two, I think.
Chris P?
I remember watching the original series as a kid because my parents would watch it, but I don't have enough to go on. Just remembering. So TNG was what I watched growing up because I was in junior high, and then I never really got into Deep Space Nine. I was watching that. That was done during college, and I didn't have time to watch it. And then I watched a few seasons of Voyager and the final season of that one, so I didn't mind that one.
Yeah, Deep Space Nine is interesting because it deals a lot with the politics between the alien species. Plus, they end up fighting a new adversary for the Federation. There's an actual war that happens on the show between the Federation and a group called the Dominion that are almost like an evil version of the Federation, whereas Federation asks if planets want to join, the Dominion just comes in and takes over. You know, it's like, and they were the main adversaries on Deep Space Nine. In fact, they're mentioned here in briefing because I think Picard mentions they're at war with them at the moment. That's kind of gross.
Hey guys, give me 1 second. Big boy's barking inside, and so Shelty. I'll be right back.
Sure. Is he getting what is that? A skin job? Is that plastic surgery?
Yeah, something like that. I always kind of play with the idea that it's really Salieri from Amadeus, and he was just abducted from Earth, and that's how he stays alive because they keep stretching his skin.
Yes. They all look messed up. You know what they remind me of, and I hate to say this, but when you watch these old like Bible movies or anything medieval times, they remind me of lepers for some reason. You know?
Oh yeah.
They got the cloaks on, and you can't, their faces all messed up. They must have other aliens working with them, right? That's what it looks like.
Yeah. A couple different species.
But I don't mind that. You can have a nice self-contained story. You have this conflict between these aliens and the group on the planet. And the Federation has to get involved. I thought that's what Star Trek Beyond was going to be initially. I thought, okay, maybe this will just be a simple. There's an alien tyrant on this planet that starts messing with Kirk and the crew and the people on the planet. And Kirk has to stop them, and that might have been interesting. But that's not exactly what we got.
No, that's that's JJ Trek. So no,
it's
JJ
not
Trek. Be that deep.
No, I mean, I thought it would just be simple, and then they do all this stupidity with Idris Elba's tyrant alien was actually human at one point, and why do you go there? just keep it simple. They throw in these twists, but you don't care about the twist. That's the problem. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Into Darkness with I'm Khan. It's like, well, that's sort of what everybody was guessing, but then you told us no, so we just figured it might have been more interesting if he just been like a rogue Federation spy or something that was I don't know, just
yeah, it's what they said he was, and then he turned out to be Khan. So
I know it's like either. We have Deanna Troi.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's got the same facial hair there. For some reason, I thought Riker had a different style of beard in this movie. And then I was watching a little bit of First Contact earlier on IFC. They're playing all the TNG movies tonight.
Oh well. Oh well. Well, they probably have commercials on them anyway.
Oh yeah. There's a shot of Worf with his hair out.
Yeah. Oh, it reminds me. You remember the episode of TNG with the barber? They're all going to see the barber. And the guy keeps starting these long meandering conversations with Picard, and he's like, "Oh, actually, that looks very good, thank you." And he leaves, and then Worf shows up, and he's like, "Klingon hair, such a luxury to cut." But have you considered using a conditioner? Remember? And of course, the barber's bald, right? And it's just, and I wonder if his whole species is bald, and they all became barbers because they were jealous of hair. I don't know. It's.
Yeah, I don't think Worf would be one to use conditioner. I'm a Klingon. I do not use conditioners.
You know what? He'll say that, and then you're going to see a bottle hidden in the bathroom somewhere. I could see that, like
the Klingon version of Head and Shoulders or something.
Yeah, I know. It'd be like this big this big scandal, like. Oh, F. Murray Abraham, he don't look good, man.
That's the guy that killed Mozart.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were gone when I mentioned that. I like the idea that that's really Salieri from Amadeus, and he was abducted, and that's how they keep him alive.
Yeah, I think that'd be funny. Women get very upset. I told women that I always get F. Murray Abraham and Christopher Plummer confused with each other, and the women the woman I talked got very upset because I guess Christopher Plummer is like this big heartthrob back in the day as, you know, Captain or whatever Von Trapp from the Sound of Music, and I guess F. Murray Abraham is not. I guess, but I don't know why I always confuse them. I don't know. You like the effects, Daniel, huh?
Yeah, I think they're fine.
Yeah.
Most of them are fine.
The movie that has the bad Star Trek effects is Star Trek V. Even Siskel and Ebert complained about the effects in that when that came on, and then what we realized later on is that ILM didn't get the didn't work on those effects. I guess they were busy with Last Crusade that summer. I don't know. In fact, someone complained when they did Star Trek 6, ILM got it back, and they said, I don't know what these people did to the Enterprise model that we made for Star Trek 4. We had to fix it, you know? It's like they were complaining about it. But I think this crew did a good job. I remember being in a video store and talking to the clerk about, he was talking about the Insurrection was coming out, and he was like, they couldn't get ILM. They're busy working on the new Star Wars, but they got a good effects team this time, so keep an eye out for that. Okay. So I think they're fine.
I totally I understand, Sir Ian. I always get confused when I look at Kate Blanchett too. I'm like, is that F. Murray Abraham? I think.
I don't. Yeah, I get real confused there. You realize that Kate Blanchett's like, let's just say she as far as I'm concerned, she's not ugly. Okay, she's a nice looking lady.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, she's quite the stunner.
Yes. Like she's the villain in that one Indiana Jones movie, and I'm thinking, I can't hate her. I want to make out with her. No, and like they dressed her down for that role. Like you can't really dress down Kate Blanchett; it doesn't work.
It's hard to make her ugly.
Yes.
Yeah, the closest thing was she had a brief cameo in Hot Fuzz. She's in a hazmat suit, and she's talking to Simon Pegg at the beginning of the movie.
Right, I remember. That's funny. That's
the closest thing you can do to really dress her down and make her ugly.
Even her voice. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm going to say Hot Fuzz. I love Hot Fuzz. That's a great British comedy. I think that's my favorite out of all the out of that trilogy. It's Hot Fuzz. All right. Have they started singing their Composer's Wharf from the 19th century? How is he going to know that? I guess he grew up on Earth. Okay, so they're going to sing Gilbert and Sullivan, right? Now I figured... Is this what Sala was singing in Raiders of the Lost Ark?
It was.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I can imagine Picard brought up the lyrics on the screen, and it's got the little ball bouncing on them in the proper rhythm to sing it in.
You know what? I have that because I've got the captions on. Oh, I see. Oh, on there. Okay, never mind. Oh, man, Data. My favorite scenes on TNG were Data and Worf being stuck together, and they'd have to have conversation, right? Remember that?
The which conversation?
whenever Data and Worf would have to talk to each other, it was funny because they're like the non-human characters in the crew, so they would have interesting conversations. Like there's the one episode where they were meeting those aliens, and the one alien was like, "This food's terrible, get me more," and he's like, "I don't like him. He's arrogant. He's confrontational. He's all this." And then like Data says, "But you share those qualities in abundance. You should get along." You know? That was that weird alien species that would, I guess they had some kind of adaptive quality, like they were pushing buttons, and then him and Worf started fighting, and then like Worf actually enjoyed fighting the guy in hand-to-hand combat. He enjoyed it, but it's okay. Got to grab that shuttlecraft.
Yep.
So, we haven't even talked about the score yet, Daniel. You like the score?
I like the score. I don't think I like it as a Star Trek score.
Okay. This is another Goldsmith score, correct?
It is.
Okay. That man was busy. He had The Mummy coming out soon after this, right?
Mummy was a bit before, I think.
No, Mummy was 99, same year as Star Wars.
Mummy came out 1 week before Phantom Menace. I remember when I went to see The Mummy, the guy comes out in front of us. We're going to be showing The Mummy tonight. Next week, we're showing The Phantom Menace. You were to be polite and not be talking or making a mess during the Phantom Menace mirror.
Oh yeah.
And he says you're not going to have to worry about me wanting to kick you out of the theater. You're going to have to worry about the throngs of rabid Star Wars fans that are going to kick you out of the theater if you do that. He was basically just, I won't have to do anything. You know?
Yeah, I had a theater manager say something similar when I went into midnight showing of Dark Knight back in 2008.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, that was actually it was almost like a party before the movie. Just people dressing up and shooting the breeze, taking pictures and whatnot. It was a blast.
Oh, I would have liked to have partaken in that. That was an excellent theatrical experience. That's one of these movies I wish I'd seen on IMAX. I mean, I just saw the regular theatrical version, but there's certain movies I almost wish I'd upped for the IMAX experience. Deepwater Horizon's another one.
I never did see the whole thing, and I saw part of it.
It's a really great disaster movie, and I think whoever made that, they cracked the code of how to make a good disaster movie. You just base it on real life events, and show the real heroism that happened, and then it's really compelling. And I think instead of it being kind of cheesy like the '70s disaster movies were, this village is a sanctuary of life. What's her name's already checking out Picard. I like this. We get a little romance for Picard in this movie, right?
Yeah.
That's what I like about this movie.
Ooh, yep.
And I like the fact that when Picard retired from being captain, he came back to this planet and became youthful again and married this woman and had a big family. Oh, wait, that didn't happen. He stayed on the vineyard on Earth and became depressed and old.
Yeah.
Okay.
And walked around apologizing to everybody.
Which makes no sense.
I would have gone back to this planet.
Oh, yeah. Donna Murphy. Lovely Donna Murphy. She played Doc Ock's wife in Spider-Man 2.
That's right. I remember. Oh, that's a great superhero movie, Spider-Man 2. I remember poor Christopher Nolan when he was making Dark Knight Rises, and he was saying, are you worried? And he says, do you know anyone who's made a part 3 of anything that it was any good or something, or where it was as good as the first 2? I like Dark Knight Rises. I know some people hate it, but I get a kick out of what they did with Bane in that. But I must be the only one. I don't know.
Good night, Matthew Flynn. Thank you for coming by. And don't forget, we're doing Star Trek 5. We just don't have a date yet. So get with me if you have a date in mind for Star Trek 5.
Well, I own that one because you can't watch that on Paramount Plus anymore. I'm just saying. Just give me a heads up. You watch Star Trek Lower Decks, though. Have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to comment on what you said about Dark Knight Rises, Boomer. I saw that once in the theater, and I had surprised. The year before, I had a back injury, and when Bane broke Batman's back, that just ugh.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, that's it. I'm done. I can't watch this.
No.
Yeah, it took a few years to get over that. I can watch it now, though, but man, at the time.
Oh,
Wow.
man. No, I understand. What was it?
Hey, Boomer. I
Yeah.
see on Paramount Plus's homepage they have breaking news and live sporting events for you.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. Okay. This is this thing you used to get on TV for free that was called CBS. Now you have to pay for it. You're not getting the Paramount catalog. That's a lie. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna rant.
SpongeBob movie, Baywatch.
There must be a
Quiet
news
Place.
article about the Star Trek movies leaving. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna rant about it on.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, that might be the
Interstellar.
one good movie.
Yeah, the one good movie, Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog, the best movie they could have made out of Sonic the Hedgehog.
They got Terminator Genesis.
I like it as.
They got Downsizing.
Let's get back to the movie we're watching.
They got the Red Dawn
We're
remake.
gonna watch Genesis before the end of the year if you keep it up. Okay. Have you watched it? I saw that in the theater.
Open day.
Cameron lied to me. He's like, "Oh, I just want to see this as a fan of my own movies. It's like the true Terminator 3." Yeah.
Wait, Genesis. Genesis was the one where with the girl from Game of Thrones.
Yes, Emilia Clarke was Sarah Connor in that.
Yeah.
Dark Fate was the last one.
Yeah. They keep wanting to make a new Terminator 3 every couple of years. And each one of them is far worse than the original Terminator 3, which I didn't think was terrible. Compared to what came after, it's actually a competent action movie. But anyway. Oh, here we go. We got Loves in there. Now, come on. You're missing all the good stuff. This is a romantic movie. This is like the romance movie of Star Trek, okay? You have Will Riker and Deanna Troi finally getting back together after how long? Right?
And it's a precursor to Nemesis when they get married at the beginning.
They get married. Yeah.
And then she gets mined something by by a young Tom Hardy. Okay, anyway. Anyway, moving right along. This is the last good TNG movie. Anyway, I'm sorry. I know some people like Nemesis.
Oh,
I like Nemesis. What's your problem with Nemesis?
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, enough. I bought a special edition on a used copy of a special edition 2-disc version. Okay. I like the action scene at the end. Plus, who's in it? Who's the redhead? That's in it.
Gates McFadden.
Crap. Her name eludes me.
Well, Sir Ian.
Dina Meyer. Dina Meyer.
Dina Meyer, yeah. They got her all dressed down in makeup, but I don't care. It's still her.
I'm going to have a complaint. I'm glad there are no Romulans in this movie because I think if I never see Romulans again in Star Trek anything, I'll be a happy man. Why do they always make Romulan women don't look good? Have you noticed this in Star Trek?
They look like Romulan men.
Except for Star Trek 5, the Romulan in that, she had long hair. She looked like, but then they changed them up and anyway. Data's back to normal, huh?
And hey, Boomer, did you see Ian's comment that he said there's something to be said for having copies of films on DVD and Blu-ray?
Okay. It's not like I don't work at a public library where I have access to all sorts of materials, and I could have put a hold on this, but I didn't feel the need to put a hold on this since it's supposed to be on Paramount Plus that I subscribe to.
How much do you pay for that subscription?
I'm not answering it. Okay, listen to me. I have an old. My mom likes to watch all the NCISs. Okay. And then I was even going to cancel over the summer, and like my sister's using it. She's like, well, she watches the soaps. So, okay, I'm just going to keep it. Okay. And plus, I was watching Evil because I really like that show. I'm not so sure about this season so far, though. It may be jumping the shark already, but we'll see. Let's talk about the movie at hand. We're going off on tracks. Let's talk about Data and Picard together again for the first time. Okay.
Like on eBay, I can get you the complete collection for $12 and $3.45.
Listen to me. I've had opportunity to buy this. I don't own them, okay? Because I'm not going to watch them. They're going to sit on the shelf, except for when I do rewatches, okay? Okay.
I guarantee you.
Beard.
I guarantee you, you've got movies on your shelf you've never watched.
Oh, of course I do.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
They're not watched. I just haven't gotten to them yet.
That's right. I've got CDs I've never listened to yet.
Yeah. 24-hour party people. I keep saying I'm gonna watch this, and I never get around to watching it. That's about the I guess the British music industry in the 70s and about the punk scene. I've been meaning to watch it, just haven't got around to it. They got a Steve Coogan in it. This is, no offense, this is no way to live, man. They got to kick those people out so they can get that sweet eternal life elixir they have down there, right? I don't know.
Well, is Ebert the short one or is he the tall one?
Ebert?
Yeah, the movie critics dudes.
Look,
because one brought the point, like, couldn't they just, like,
okay?
Okay,
Ebert's
like,
with
he
the
could just,
glasses and the gray bushy hair on top.
okay, yeah, because I think he was saying, like, they could just move to another continent on the planet and everything would be fine.
No. This is it's like now he's going underwater. Where's he go? Oh, he doesn't have to breathe. He can breathe underwater. Data doesn't breathe. Won't he rust?
Yeah, I was like, he doesn't rust either.
What is Data made out of? Does anybody know? I'm sure somebody does.
Troy would know. I could ask him, but he's not with us. He's off somewhere. Okay. I believe I know what is causing the neutrino emissions. Look at that shot. Look at this beautiful scenery. Look at that mountain. Would you like
It
to
does.
live
This
near
is
that
probably
mountain?
the most scenic Star Trek movie by far.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's on sale, but it costs $10 to own. You know what else? You know what costs $5 to own? Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. Both those for $10 because they were $5 each the other week. And I won't admit if I did or did not buy those on Vudu for $5.
Okay.
Classic Adam Sandler. Come on. Okay.
I'll admit, I've got Happy Gilmore in digital download.
It's a good movie. It's a good comedy. Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the Price is Right host in there, and like he gets into a fight with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, Bob Barker. Yeah,
Bob Barker's in it. Yes. Because now I have Wayne's World 1 and 2. I have Tommy Boy Black Sheep. I have Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison. I just need 2 more to finish on my SNL kind of collection. But so love's in the air in this movie, huh?
Yep, she obviously likes Picard. She went on a boat with him.
Picard would get his little romances. Remember there was that one alien woman that could become the perfect woman for any man she was around? Remember that?
Yes. And she chose to bond with him.
And Picard's like, I can't, you're being forwarded over as part of a negotiation treaty for something. I don't know what it was.
Then he had Vash, that kind of archaeologist girl. And Dr. Crusher always liked him.
Him and Dr. Crusher never get together, it seems. Didn't Dr. Crusher have a romance with one of Dax's race?
Yeah.
In an episode.
Yeah.
And
then the Trill got switched over into a female body, and she was like, "Just not into chicks."
Hey, I don't know. That could have been interesting. Anyway, because they use a transporter, because that race can't use transporters because it messes up the. So I guess Dax always had to take a shuttlecraft places.
Oh, double shot.
So what do we think of the stretchy skin people?
They're kind of creepy.
Yeah. Kind of got that weird Leatherface look to him. Not all they need to carry around is a chainsaw.
Yeah, they look. Oh man,
Come
they
on,
look,
Chris P.
no, and
Get
no,
metal tonight.
no, they're no. If you ever watch that movie, they're like family members where it looks like they've been mummified alive, and you think they're corpses, and then they start moving around a little bit. You know, it's really weird. It's. Oh, I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, we're not watching that film.
You know what? We'll see. Not this year, but we'll see, man.
I don't know.
The story is true. Listen to the trailer.
Oh, did I tell you who I'm Facebook friends with now?
Who?
You got to guess.
Someone
very famous, very wealthy, and one person removed from Steven Spielberg.
George Lucas.
No.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Close.
Whoa.
They sleep in the same bed.
Frank Marshall.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wait a minute. The Indiana Jones director.
Yes. Producer.
Of
yes.
the new one. Okay.
Yeah.
Frank Marshall. Hold on.
We are Facebook buds. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. See, I'm not on Facebook currently.
That's why you're not friends with him.
Okay.
Yeah. Facebook sent me a like people you may know, people you may like to know, and I was like, oh, Frank Marshall. Send request. I thought it would never come back, and he came back and he approved it. So,
cool.
Now I just need to get him on an episode of Soundtracks with Birdman, right?
Yep,
Frank
one step
Marshall.
at a time, right?
One step at a time. That's right. One step at a time.
Dude.
Okay, so if I can, are you gonna be nice to him?
We'll try to be. We'll do our best to be sweet.
I mean, you can just like discuss a movie. We don't have to get into politics.
Okay, look, man, my name, if he looks me up, I mean, I'm not notorious. I'm a nobody. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm I'm a small timer right now on YouTube, but just there have been some unkind things said about his wife on my channel, dude. Okay.
I don't have any problems with him. I mean, as far as I know, he's
I would be uncomfortable on that stream. So
okay.
Have your Canadian friends stop by. Probably get a kick out of that. I don't know. I would feel awkward, man. It would just be weird. What are you going to talk about? You going to do a rewatch of Rise of Skywalker? It has a great score, don't it? Okay.
Arachnophobia?
I own Arachnophobia, actually.
Are you sure?
Yes, I own it. It was actually I got it free with my Disney points. If you register. Oh, look, I'm a good deal older in terms of physical condition. How old are they? There's an unusual metaphysic. Okay, it continuously regenerates our genetic structure. You must have noticed the effects by now.
So how old is that kid? Is he like going to be stuck a kid for like 100 years?
He says, I suppose you're 75. No, I'm 12. The metaphysic radiation won't begin to affect until he reaches maturity. Okay.
So he has the joy of going through adolescence. All right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Ian's right. We could do Congo. I mean, Frank Marshall's been producer on a lot of great films.
Congo. Bruce Campbell's got a cameo in that.
Congo. Oh, okay. Look, I love Congo. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. You don't like Congo, Ian Clark? Oh, I like Congo, which I think is on Paramount Plus. Anyway. Everyone
if not, you could probably buy it on eBay for $5.
I like Congo. Congo is no. I'm not getting Congo till it gets a proper DVD or Blu-ray release. Stop skipping on the features. That movie's a classic. It deserves the royal treatment. Everyone's laughing at me right now. I don't care. It has Tim Curry being extra Tim Curry in that movie.
Congo.
I do like
Tim
Congo.
Curry. Nice.
Tim Curry's in it. Yes. And he has this weird accent where he's like, "Oh, I'm not the villain" or something. You know,
No,
and the dude from Nip Tuck's in it. The dude from Nip Tuck's in it. Who else? As a talking gorilla. Come on. Forget your dinosaurs, Jurassic Park. This is the real Michael Crichton story, okay? Talking gorilla. Okay, come on. That's all I need. You had me at talking gorilla, okay? That'd be my big romantic moment at the end of my life, Starvia. You had me at talking gorilla. Okay, there you go.
Wow, I'm not gonna make a comment on that one.
Okay, whatever. You know what? You're not commenting on this movie. This is riveting right now. It's got Picard talking about to satisfy the demands of a large one. Yeah, well, hey, well, the large group needs that sweet regenerated properties on this planet, and kick these losers off of here with their stupid artisan bread and everything else. That's what I say. I'm on the Federation side this time around, okay? My dad got so mad. He's like, Star Trek Insurrection, where's the insurrection? He thought it was going to be about the Maquis, you know? Remember the Maquis?
Yeah.
Yep.
If you watch Deep Space Nine, you know what you find out later on? Riker's clone, remember his clone, how there were two Rikers?
Due to a transporter accident. Yep.
Yeah, the copy ends up joining the Maquis, which I thought was funny. I guess to distinguish himself from the other Riker. Okay. Okay.
I don't like you know, Frankie can come on. We can talk about the Bourne Identity, or the Curious Case of Benjamin Buttons.
Yeah, these are all. Well,
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Okay, hey, I love Who Framed Roger.
Ooh, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Yeah, that one.
Alive.
That one.
Assassin's Creed.
Dude.
Signs. Sully. 8 Below. Indian in the Cupboard. Batteries Not Included. Cape Fear. The Money Pit. Inner Space.
I like The Money Pit. Money Pit's a good movie.
Paper Moon. Don't know anything about that. The Last Picture Show. Color Purple. Looks like a
I'm saying if I met the guy,
plan.
I wouldn't be openly rude. I wouldn't be openly rude to anybody if I could help it. Of course, certain doctors maybe. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that tonight, though. Let's not get okay. Here we go. So we have you like the romance going on here, huh?
I don't. It felt a little. I like this entire movie felt a little contrived.
You just don't like this movie, so why are we rewatching it, dude?
I don't.
Why are we rewatching this? Because I don't think Chris P.
Right?
Okay, Chris P. likes it. Okay, all right. I don't hate this movie. This movie gets a lot of hate. I think it's all right. Okay. I don't know. In some ways, it's the most TNG of all four of the movies. I'll say that. Okay. Think about it.
To some degree, it is.
You're an offlander. For someone so young, hey, just gave you compliments. She's giving you the second glance, dude.
Yeah, she's giving all the second. Come on, go for it, John Luke.
Now this is where you have to like wait 2 minutes and then knock on the door again, and then okay, no, you're gonna go walk off. Okay. Card. He wants to live here, but again, he'd rather mope on the Picard vineyard instead of coming back to this planet where he'd be welcomed with open arms. I'm just saying, none of this makes any sense. Okay. Oh, his implants, his eyes came back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Geordi should be living on. Oh, you know, it'd be funny if Geordi was on the planet and he ended up getting a relationship with her, and it was a big sore spot with him and Picard. That's how they'll bring Geordi back. Okay. He stole Picard's woman away. Geordi finally gets the girl for once. Okay. Geordi, I have to tell you, they messed with his character on this show, romance wise. He had
Yeah,
the worst
they
luck
did.
with women. It wasn't even funny. Okay. He fell in love with a hologram, remember? And then he met the real life scientist, and it was all awkward. And it was
He was married.
of course, she's married, and it's like she's. See, he should have been nice to Q, because Q could have just made a copy of her for him, and Do we like these evil-looking ships? You can tell they're the bad guy based on how their ships look.
Yeah, a couple of those shots there kind of remind me of the little bit of a Klingon, just from the angle.
Kind of,
Klingon
yeah,
ship.
yeah.
That's a very endearing comment from Wolf's Den Media.
What's he saying?
He gets teary-eyed when Geordi can see for the first time.
Yeah, like I say, I love LeVar Burton. I mean, I'm telling you, this is an underrated Trek movie. I do not hate this movie. Okay, it's fine for what it is. At $70 million, I think maybe they needed to maybe manage the money better though, because I don't know. I mean, look at that face. That had to be a tough makeup job, huh? Yeah, you're looking well, Jean-Luc. Rested. Yeah, he just de-aged like 5 years, probably, right? It's like just by being on that planet. Come on.
And he's got a woman, so yeah, he's probably feeling pretty good.
What are you doing? I have to go fight the Dominion. The war gets won because of Cisco, okay, and other people, but
this probably is the best scene in the movie.
Oh, wow. I want to collect those metaphysic particles.
I just collect film scores, so.
Yeah, but you could live forever.
Collecting film scores? Wow.
Yeah, you can collect film scores forever. Like when they get rid of movies and it's all holodecks and you have to get the holodeck music, that they play while you're there. With manifest, his lifespans will be doubled. See, we can all double our lives, and they can just, we'll find a nice planet for them to live, where they don't get to be immortal anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe a SETI Alpha 5, okay?
Yep, SETI Alpha 5. This is SETI Alpha 5.
just throw them on there.
Someone posted a question on the film score soundtrack collectors group today on Facebook, and asked what's your favorite score for this year? And someone put The Wrath of Man, and I'm like, no, Khan is spelled Kahn.
I want to see Wrath of Man though, because it's got Statham in it. I mean, come on. The Baku.
And speaking about The Wrath of Khan, La La Land is releasing a 2-disc set on the 17th of this month.
Have fun with that. I am happy with my edition.
You say that now, but you have not seen the track list for this new release.
I'll take a look, okay? I actually had to. I'm not going to say it was horribly expensive, but it cost me a little bit of money to get those other Star Trek soundtracks. I'm fine with them. I don't. How many Star Trek II Wrath of Khan soundtracks does one need?
You need the ultimate one, and this is further to being the ultimate than the one you have.
What's not on there? That's not on the one I already have, because
I don't know, but they said it's not the complete score, and then the original release. They said it's not that. So
it felt like a complete score, okay, to me. I don't know.
I'm thinking it's the complete score and a whole bunch of outtakes. Maybe James Horner has like 2 different scores for the film. I don't know, but I'll know on the 17th.
Yeah, you should pick it up, Daniel. You can let me know.
I will pick it up.
Okay. Are they doing a Star Trek 3 re-release?
I hope so. Because that's the only one I don't have now is Star Trek 3.
Who's the dude with the beard again? He's like a bad Federation guy, right?
Aren't all admirals bad in Starfleet?
But that's the thing. They're not usually, okay? At least not in TNG. Sometimes they would have like these weird personality things or quirks, but they're not really bad. Like, I don't know. Like, they're not. I don't know. Does he have to remove those insignia every night? Because then he has to get the shirt washed, right?
Gets it dry cleaned.
Why don't they have self-cleaning shirts in the future, huh?
That's really gross. But
Oh. They remind me of the villains in what do you call it? Battle Beyond the Stars. Remember? The guy kept Sador kept getting like body parts like implanted and stuff, right? Like organs, harvesting organs. I don't know.
I just remember the main villain was John Sachs, and then they tried giving him a new arm because he was missing an arm.
Yeah, well, he wanted one of the arms that belonged to that weird alien race, but then the Nestor. But then he was going to use the Nestor were going to use the arm to choke himself to death, you know. But then that didn't work. But
yeah.
Anyway. Ew. I'm gonna miss these dear little flesh stretching things. Oh. So if he gets all the stuff, does he like become a normal person again or something?
I guess in
Whatever
time.
it was before, I don't know. Like will he just rip the skin off and new skin will grow over it and just I don't know.
Wolfson Media says Wrath of Man was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I'll give anything with Statham a chance. I like his movies. I don't like Riker without the beard. Was that a Deanna Troi thing? She doesn't like the whiskers.
No, it's better like him. Will grows doesn't he grow his beard back in Nemesis?
He does. And you say as smooth as a baby's bottom, Data. He said that to him, and it was a weird conversation. Lock and load. Aren't they directly going against Federation orders here?
Yeah.
But Picard's doing it because he feels they're violating something. I don't know.
Yeah, hence the civilian outfit.
Do we like that shuttlecraft, huh? It has like the flexible whatever, boosters or whatever they call those. Okay. So what do they want to do? They want to suck up all the radiation and just feed off it for eternity or I don't know. What they even explaining what they're doing here.
Yeah, I think so. They just want to capture it all for themselves. So no more face stretching for them.
Oh, we could sell this to the highest bidder. I'm sure the Ferengi would pay quite a price for some of this, you know, right?
There was a cut scene with Rom and Quark setting up timeshares at the end of the movie.
In this company? Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
They should have left that in. I would have gotten a kick out of that, actually. It was funny. I believe on an episode of Deep Space Nine, I don't know if the Grand Nagus showed up or somebody showed up that Quark was having to deal with, and he had Nausicaan bodyguards. And you know that's trouble, right? Because I kept wondering when are they going to have the Nausicaans on again, and they showed up on Deep Space Nine in an episode. It was just, you know, Picard, you got stuck through the heart. Would this fix his heart staying on this planet? You get
Well,
like
he's got a mechanical heart, doesn't he?
He's got a what?
Yeah.
Artificial heart, I think, yeah. He can't stay there. There's no technology down there. We know the technology. We just choose not to use it. We want to live like I don't know.
Like Amish people?
No, hipsters. They're like hipsters. That's what they are. They got their artisan bread. It's take 3 hours to make a loaf of bread. That's good use of your time. I'm being mean. Who are these aliens? The one with like the spiky shell heads. What are they?
Xenomorphs?
They're not xenomorphs, Daniel.
Yes, Ian, the drone attack queue is pretty good. And Ian, do you have the expanded score or just the original release of this?
Drones. That's far out there. I'm not buying those existing. Okay, I'm sorry. They got the llama again, or whatever that is.
That's llama.
Okay. Why do they have a llama? Are they making fresh llama milk? Is that what that's for? Why did some of them disappear? Did they get shot by that thing or whatever? Was that what happened? I get that. I guess the set cost a bit to make, right?
Yeah.
Little Village. Does this still exist, Daniel?
I don't think so.
Because they could have charged people to go see it. You want to go see the set from Star Trek Insurrection? He wants an assault team down there. Federation rules. He doesn't like this stuff. The Borg, the Cardassians, the Dominion, they all smell the scent of death on the Federation. He's not wrong. Oh, I see. So this is a war tactic. The Federation wants this stuff as a tactic in their war against the Dominion. Okay. Doesn't he get messed up, the Admiral, in this?
Yeah.
They shove him in some machine, his face gets all... Doesn't he sticks him in the face stretching machine, doesn't he? I think that's what happens, right? Or something.
Yeah, you think
like
that kills him or just...
I don't know. Why does one have to get the face stretched? Is that because like the wrinkles will just set in and he won't be able to see anything or something?
It's probably in the novelization.
Like you'll look like a pug in 5 minutes if you don't get that face stretching or something. I don't know.
There's worse things than looking like a pug.
I'm just saying. Okay, well, this is interesting. It's scenes of people walking. Does that woman have a pot on her head?
She did.
You had to save the pot. They're going to make
You
one
got to
of
put
those
stuff
again.
in the pot.
Like what?
Food?
Food, yeah, okay. Apples. Put some fresh apples in that pot. My power cells continually recharge themselves. That doesn't make any sense. He should plug himself in, I think.
Plug himself in.
Well, why not? Is he solar powered? Are there like little mice on the inside running around on tracks to keep it going? I'm just...
Yeah, he's got a hamster.
Yeah. That's what happened to Spot. No.
Sure, Ian, is that the same guy from License to Kill? Wow, I didn't realize that.
Oh man. Can this speed along a little bit, please?
They
Specifics
do
that do not change.
they
Next
do
movie,
make a nice point of trying to make Data have a friend with the child, and that's kind of
it's nice.
sweet.
Next time we see Data in a movie, he dies.
He wanted to die in this one.
Are you kidding me? Brent Spiner said, "Kill him off, please."
He did. He said he was too old to play Data.
He has a point.
And yet they brought him back for Picard.
Oh, don't.
Okay, but
No.
like Data can't just like program something to make himself look like he's aging, so he doesn't look young to all his friends.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Why would he do that? They did a little bit on TNG where Picard went into those weird futures, and Data put a little bit of gray in his hair to make himself look older, but that was all he could do. Okay, Okay, please. Let's move on. Boy, they really are padding this out. Mr. Worf, need a haircut. Accelerated haircut is often experienced with Klingons during what? Puberty. Is Worf going through puberty now? Is he turning into a teenager again? Is that what we're getting at from this? That's a lovely mountain.
Now, Wolfie, we need to be somewhat kind to Age Boomer tonight. He had a rough time with Paramount Plus.
I'm not talking about it right now. You want me to? You'll hear me. I'm gonna tear it all apart.
His entire worldview was crushed and shattered tonight.
No, my entire view of streaming is that it's a bunch of BS. That's my point on it. Okay, it's a lie. It's all a big lie. They try to sell you on things. Don't you want to watch all your favorite stuff that we own? Yeah, I do. Oh, that's a bit of money per month, but okay. I'll pay it. And I get, oh, no, I don't get it now. Okay, that's fine. I get a bunch of stuff I don't want. Remember the beginning days of Netflix where they had everything?
No, I don't. Because every time I want to watch the movie, it's never on Netflix. You want to watch
a Star Trek movie, it's on there, okay? They had tons of stuff on Netflix, okay? You can just watch it, okay? And then all the other companies were like, well, geez, we could probably make a lot more money just by having this on our own services. And then they make their own services. And they don't even put their own stuff on there. I'm sorry. I talked during the hummingbird scene. Okay. So, Chris P., you like this new bridge? Huh? Well, it's the bridge we saw in the last movie, right?
Didn't know this. But yeah, now that you mention it, it is different.
It's a good bridge. I kind of miss the TNG bridge. I like the TNG bridge. It was nice and bright, remember?
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it should be, I think, on a starship. I mean, it's not total dark on this, like what in the last movie, but like, it should be bright and earthy, like a doctor's office. Okay, come on. That's
doctor's. It depends on who the doctor is.
There's a lot of llamas in this movie. I just noticed that.
Yeah, they must have got a good deal for llamas as far as getting animals.
He has the craving for the blood. What did he just say?
He's craving blood of a beast.
No, he said something else, which, okay, never mind. Something about something firming up, but we'll talk about that later. Okay. Oh, bad guys with their evil drones. Well, I guess the drones aren't evil or good. They just do what's programmed, right?
And this is some great Jerry Goldsmith film scoring right here. I can say that.
So they tag them and then they can beam them up to wherever they're putting them, right? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah.
Okay. So they can go beam them to some crappy planet that they want to live on, right? Is that what it is? Okay.
Those little drones, the design of them kind of reminds me of one of the TIE fighter classes. I don't know
Yeah.
which one it is, but that's what they look like.
Yeah, they do a little bit. I think it would be funny if one of them hit Worf and Worf just beamed onto the ship where Abrams is, and he just starts beating the hell out of everybody on there.
Yeah.
That would be over 2 minutes. It would just be like he do one punch to one of them and they just fall apart because they're all like stretched up. It's like there's no blood in them. It's all just like skin and bones, and it's like there's no muscles.
Yeah, they just snap because they just come apart because they're so tight.
That would be funny. That's one of Dax's race, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Spots. She has the spots on her face.
Do y'all like Enterprise E better than Enterprise D from the outside?
You know what it is? I pick on D, but I got used to D, okay, after a while. And now this just sounds like E is just trying to be the crowd pleaser, okay? There you go. It's kind of like sort of more reminiscent of the older starships. I don't know. What do you think, Crispy?
I like E. I like the slick, it's more streamlined, slick look, and D was kind of, it was the dish that made it kind of look wide.
From what I had heard, and Troy would know better than me, I back in the day, was that D was designed like that so they could make it with computer animation. But the trouble was, after a while, they just figured the computer animation was just too wonky to work with, so they made a model based off it and used the model from then on, right? Is that what I recall? I don't know. I could be wrong there. I remember I used to complain about TNG because we didn't get enough ships fighting each other like in Wrath of Khan. And now, now in Abrams' Trek, now what we get is explosion, and it's no, I don't like it.
And running around.
And running around, no, it's all right. It's TNG knew its limitations and figured out how to work with them after a couple seasons. Okay, so I have to cut it some slack. In fact, I would argue TNG in a way is kind of a mystery show, right? Except the mysteries are based around science, right? That's how I sort of looked at it after a while. Remember the episode with Barclay and the transporter? Did I bring that up last time?
Yeah, we don't see Barclay anymore. He was just in First Contact, right?
Yeah.
He does show up on Voyager, I think. But yeah, I don't know why he's not here. Maybe transferred to another ship. They should have stuck him on a show full time. They should have made him a crew member of Voyager. That would have been funny. Now they're in the caves.
Wolfie brings up a good point. This is kind of like the most family-friendly Star Trek until the third act.
Third act? Oh,
yeah,
is that when the guy gets shoved in the machine or something? That could have a gerbil or whatever that planet's equivalent of it is. I don't know.
Sir, I think Jonathan Frakes did do a good job with directing the action sequences. Yeah.
Did he direct this movie as well?
Yeah.
It surprises me that some of these Star Trek actors that direct the Star Trek movies don't end up directing other movies. Because, they've shown their competence. I don't know. I don't know. Is this Picard kicking butt again? Like in the last movie, he's got his rifle, his phaser rifle.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart was pushing to become an action star, and The tone from the TV show does very greatly with the movies. TV show, he did a lot of talking.
Yeah, he was Mister. He would. You know, his words were more powerful than anything he'd do with his fists, right? I mean, come on. It's like, I intend to shove it down the Sonya's throat. She looked. She gave him a look.
Yep. Time for the 80s video game joystick.
You know, if it works.
Yeah, no kidding.
Or the last Starfighter. I had an idea. What I always wanted to do. Do you remember the old arcade game Sinistar? You play this little ship in it, and this thing pops up and says, "Beware, I live. I am Sinistar," and it would show up on screen. You have to shoot it. It's one of these old Williams arcade game. I thought it would have been funny if the Enterprise was fighting it, and then it turns out it's a joke by Q. He stuck the Enterprise in an old arcade game, you know. But anyway,
Sounds like something Q would do.
I know it would be funny. Like they're like in a shoot 'em up game, and they realize, wait a minute, and it's Q. He's just been messing with them. Oh no! Did you lose your gerbil creature thing? You got to go back for him.
Yep.
Is like evil F. Murray Abraham going to come down and snatch the kid? Is that what's going to happen? His DNA profile. What? So the bad guys are the same race as these people.
Yep. A group of them left.
Are they like? Is it like the whole prodigal son thing? Like they wanted to not live the simple life. Remember?
Yep. They wanted to go out and explore, and the Baku wouldn't have it. Hey, Boomer, didn't you say you were drinking mug root beer?
I am.
Do you remember a commercial from the late 90s where it's a kid who's a janitor and it's playing the song Love Train and keeps turning on and off the power of a city?
I think so. It's been a while. I'll put that on YouTube. I think I remember that, though.
Yeah,
I do remember that now. Love Train. Yes.
Yeah, it's on there. I've looked it up. It's hilarious. And then he breaks the lever and the whole city goes on. He just turns around and walks out.
I remember. I think I remember that. Yeah. Was that from the 90s?
Yeah, late 90s.
90s had the weirdest commercials. Oh.
Yeah, do you remember Mel Torme, the Mountain Dew commercial where he jumps off the top of the building?
Yeah, yes. I remember the Taco Bell dog.
Get out, Taco Bell.
Oh, man.
You ain't dropped the chalupa.
I know, drop the chalupa.
Yep.
It's like the guy's he's wanting to jump off the building. He's like, drop the chalupa, and yeah, drop the chalupa.
He's like, yeah, we don't care if you jump, just drop the chalupa.
You know, that's what a dog would be thinking, though. There, okay, you know, it's
like, hey, if you're gonna jump, can I have the chalupa? I'll eat it.
I want the food. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Picard, man, you're a bit dusty. Is he gonna save the kid? Dude, come back to the planet and hang out with your girlfriend. Oh, there she is. Never mind. Okay.
Yep, he's gonna save her.
He's gonna save her, dude. You.
Wait a minute. How did he get so clean?
Who?
Picard. He doesn't look as dusty as he did a minute ago.
It's the particle effects that removes dust from your body while you're. I don't know. Okay. The script supervisor was sick that day. Okay, I don't know. Okay. Card, what are you doing? Don't go back to the stupid vineyard. Okay, got a good life waiting for you here. Okay.
He could grow his own vineyard on that planet.
None of that made any sense. Okay. I told you though, I would write it as Geordi came back and got with the woman, and that got Picard angry, and he went back to the vineyard, and like they had a falling out over it. Okay, you know?
Look what you missed out on, Jean-Luc.
Yeah,
you could have all this.
Oh, and like he'll be all young and stuff, and like no, I'm just saying that's what they would do on Picard if they had to bring this up. It would, or maybe this planet blew up for no reason, right? Oh, a piece of Romulus threw and hit the planet and destroyed the whole thing, and they all died.
Yeah. Yeah, the briar patch exploded and then shifted the orbit, and everything was laid wasted.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, it would have something to do, and it's all Picard's fault.
Yeah, someone just blamed.
I know. Oh.
Well, this shot's almost like out of a Western here.
Oh, that's a good point. How are they going to deal with Worf on Star Trek Picard? Is he going to look like the Worf we know, or is he going to be in that awful Klingon makeup they have on the new show on Discovery? Okay, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna address that, or they're just gonna have Worf on probably? Oh.
Data with an action pose there, firing.
So Picard got hit. Brett Spiner does a lot of voice acting. I liked he played the Joker on Young Justice when they had the Joker on an episode. It was Brent Spiner doing his voice. Not bad.
Have you ever seen there's a YouTube video of him impersonating Patrick Stewart, and man, it is wicked close.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, we lost Daniel.
Oh, I haven't seen that, but there's a video of Bruce Campbell imitating Liam Neeson. Okay, which is kind of funny.
Wow.
The Enterprise has destroyed one of my ships.
When you mess with the Enterprise, it'll mess it back.
Oh no, Picard's threatening court-martial.
Dun dun dun! Plot twist.
Same race. What? DNA is identical. So this is kind of like the prodigal son, though. This is like they're the ones that went out and they had the good life and they went and wasted. Now they're trying, except they're not asking for forgiveness. We're just going to take your stuff for our own now. Okay?
Yep.
You're Roten, aren't you? Oh man, I hope that's not one of her children. Okay, would you be as? I hope your mother bathed you when you were a child. Look at this. Where is Daniel?
Hello.
There he is.
There he is.
You missed like the best part. Okay. Look at that. The one of them's thinking, "I want to come home."
Mm-hmm.
I have a question though. If they come home and live with them again, are their faces still going to be like, I don't know, they still going to have to wear garbage bags and like have stretched out skin, or are they going to turn back too?
Probably turn back to normal.
Well, what are they? What's the point? Why did they just?
Because they said a century ago they left.
You're not welcome back. You're forbidden from coming back to our village ever again. Here we go. This is where he gets messed up, right? The Admiral.
Yeah.
One does not get in the way of Salieri's plans.
Yeah, I killed Mozart.
Yeah. I've killed
basically
Mozart
is.
and many men before. You are no different.
He's basically playing a similar type of character in this. He's like, oh, look at this. He smashed me into the glass. What are you doing?
I'm surprised they have a glass cabinet filled with all their drugs and whatnot. It's the future. You'd think they'd have something else.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, details.
Details.
Oh, there you
go. What is that, CG? Did that kill him?
See, I don't know.
Facelift,
No.
okay.
I don't know. Certainly ruined his day.
Did either of y'all see Last Action Hero?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an awesome movie. But the kid like tells Arnold, he's like, "Don't trust him. He killed Mozart." And he's like, "Ooh."
Oh yeah. And then he tells him at the towards the end before he kills him, he's like, you killed Mozart, did I? I don't know. I've killed so many people. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah. Oh, that movie's great.
Yeah, Daniel, I saw that at the same cheap theater I saw this movie.
God, I love cheap theater. Sticky floors, broken seats.
Well, this one had an actual arcade in it. It was awesome. I love going to the arcade. Yeah.
Oh, cool. You could go see Star Wars and then play the Star Wars arcade game.
Yeah.
Their faces look like silly putty. Am I wrong?
Kind of.
Like if silly putty was a sheet you put on your face.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Like you're putting some...
So I think the complete score runtime is just over an hour. It's like an hour and 40-minute movie.
Yep.
So it's not a wall-to-wall score, but it's got, what you call it, 2/3 score. And that's decent.
Is this like the scene in like Spaceballs where they're going to suck all the air up? Remember?
Yeah. the maid.
The maid, yeah. The maid, yeah. With the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah. She's going from suck to blow.
And then the head and the arm falls, and then it's Planet of the Apes.
Yep.
It's like, oh. I'm telling you, I don't know. Who are these other aliens working for them? Are they just hired guns? I don't know. I've never seen them before. See, I'm going to say this, and people are going to yell at me. Star Trek, I always felt, had way too many alien races on it, okay? Just keep the key ones. You don't need the fluff, okay? Do I... Like they'll show up one episode, you never see them again, I don't know. I guess
Star Trek was bad about doing that. I mean, let's be honest. They introduce something, then they just go away from it.
Like, I don't care. Like, if the Nausicaans, they do the Picard and he fights the Nausicaans, then you see them on Deep Space Nine. But that's kind of a nice touch when they do stuff like that. But then you'll have like one alien race they run into, you never see them again. Okay, it's like. I'm trying to think how many races were in Babylon 5. I don't know if it was quite as populated as the Star Trek universe, but there were a few of them. He's trying to appeal to his better nature.
And succeeded. I found out who that actor is. It's Greg Henry. He was a staple of James Gunn's movies. He played Peter Quill's uncle or grandfather in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, okay. Was he in Super?
Maybe I've never seen Super. He might be in it. I know he was in Slither, and he has a quick blink and you'll miss a part in the second Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Okay, he's probably in Super. I just have to find out who he played. I love Super. It's a very dark take on superheroes. It's like if Rainn Wilson's in it, it's funny. It's all right. So here we go. We got Ooh. She's seen better days, I guess, huh? Okay, I gotta say something else too. One thing my dad would often complain about TNG is that he said that whenever they couldn't figure out how the thing worked, they just would use the word tachyon. They would use the word tachyon as a end all be all for any explanation for anything. Tachyon particles. Oh, why is it doing that? Oh, it's a tachyon breach. You know, just anything.
All right, Data's done his part. He's ruined the ship. Now he's leaving.
He could survive in space, though. Lore did, right?
Yeah.
Remember, Lore,
Yeah.
Lore was stuck in space before some freighter found him because they beamed him out into space. I remember that, and they just left him there. Yeah.
I wonder if that's what being transported looks like from their perspective. Everything just goes bright for a split second and your location changes.
Kind of. They showed it on, I told you, not to bring up that episode of Barkley again, but they showed it from his point of view when he was seeing things. And it's like everything gets really fuzzy and light and all this. And then, then your location changes, I think. Yeah.
That collector ship with those sails put out kind of reminds me of Count Dooku's ship from Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, it does. Didn't think about that, but yeah. Like, I'm thinking if their faces look that bad, what does the rest of them look like,
Oh,
Because I'm not, that's all covered up.
I hadn't had that thought, Boomer. That never thought.
I didn't need to think about that.
I'm thinking things are shriveled up, okay? It's like, I don't even want to know how they go to the bathroom, okay? I'm just asking honest questions here, okay?
There aren't many Star Trek aliens that I've ever had a crush on. I think Dax is about it.
The Bajorans ain't bad. Of course, all they have is a little thing on their nose, right? It's like,
Yeah, but I was always scared of Major Kira. I mean, if you're like 5 minutes late for a date, she's gonna kick your ass.
I don't know. That could be interesting.
I was always partial to Ensign Rowe.
Yeah, Ensign
She was
Rowe,
mean.
I like her too.
No, probably more the actress.
Well, then she played Admiral Kane, and she was like,
oh yeah,
psychopath.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, she was scary on that. I thought it was funny how her and Riker hated each other, and then they lost their memory of who they were in that one episode, and then they were conjugating. It's just okay. What happened? They offline the injector systems. What are they trying to do here? They're trying to collect the radiation to store in like a vat. And then I don't know. Then they don't have to get their skin stretched anymore. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
If all it would take for them to get back to Earth is come back to the planet, why don't they just do that? Because they have to give up on all the technology, right?
Yep. They don't want to do that.
On all the VCRs and the pagers they have access to now,
Yep, all the Betamax and reel-to-reel tape players.
Yes. The 8-track,
the rotary phones.
The rotary phones, yeah. It's like I have to come back out here and eat artisan bread when all I want is a Twinkie, okay? It's like
all I want was a Twinkie. Just give me a Twinkie. Federation
banned Twinkies, I'm sure, right? They got banned. And you can get it from a replicator, but they're not the same. Okay.
It's not the same. It's never the same.
I have a question. If you got a Twinkie from the replicator in plastic, could you eat the plastic and it wouldn't hurt you? Or would it actually be actual plastic?
You get from the when they replicate, like if you go to the replicator and you're like, I want some mashed potatoes with A1 steak sauce, it comes in a bowl. you have to take the bowl back to the machine, and it decomposes it.
Okay. There was an episode of a cartoon series called Megas XLR, right? And they are on a ship. They end up on a spaceship that has a replicator, right? And the one guy goes, "I want a Philly cheesesteak wrapped in bacon and deep fried." Okay, and he got that.
Do you get it deep fried in bacon grease?
I don't know. He just got it. It looked disgusting. He got it. And then the next guy goes up and he goes, "Vampire cheerleader." And then he says no. And he says, "Regular cheerleader?" No. And then I forget what else he ordered. You got to order. That's what he said. Here we go. Big action scene, huh? Patrick Stewart moving around. I'm worried if you. Oh, wait a minute! Oh man, here we go. This is what I want to see.
Worf kicking ass.
No, I want like three of them on him, and he goes, "Nice try," and he flicks them all over the place. Plus, he's going through Klingon puberty now, so he's probably even more ripped. Right?
Oh yeah, even more aggressive now. You don't want to mess with him. Worf had a few fight scenes like that in the series, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he was good.
Yeah.
Remember when he fought Gowron? Oh, you didn't see that, did you? Never mind. That was on Deep Space Nine. Oh, I don't want to spoil that if you're ever going around to watching it. Oh no, I'm spoiling part of the show for you. Anyway, yeah, he used to have fights all the time on Deep. Remember the episode where they were in the holodeck and he was in the Wild West?
Yeah.
Remember? And he was the sheriff, and
he killed Gowron.
Thank you. I said I didn't want to say anything else, and you just spoiled it for Chris B. If he ever decides to watch Deep Space Nine.
Oh,
let's just say he got fed up with Gowron, and I think Gowron called him a coward, or he's like, "I'm done. You and I were having hand to hand. I'm done. You're leading us astray. You're leading the Klingon Empire astray." He was fed up with it. Remember the episode of TNG where Kahless came back?
Yeah.
And then it was a clone. Oh, here we go.
No.
No, I'm sorry. If he's grabbing on like that, it'd be funny if like his arm just severed.
Oh yeah. It just looked
like he unravels like a mummy or something. Like and it's just let the bone fall out. I'm telling you, I think there's nothing holding them together. Are they gonna ram? Oh, I think they're gonna ram it. That would have been cooler, but okay, that's cool. Shoot it. I guess that would damage the Enterprise too if they rammed, right? So you don't want to do that. Okay.
Well, that line from Worf, like they asked him, like he wouldn't ram us, would he? And he's like, yes, he would.
Time's up. What are you doing? Picard, you can't. We're at war with the Dominion. We need like the sweet, life-giving radiation for the war effort. For what reason? I don't know.
They just need it.
I know. Oh man.
So long,
sucker. Is he gonna jump across? Oh, he's getting beamed. Okay, and he dies. No more F. Murray Abraham bad guy in this.
Yep. Solari finally met his end.
This Enterprise it's too dark again. I don't. It's like you're stuck on a submarine. Make it like the doctor's doctor's waiting area. Come on. It's. What happens to them? They go to jail now, Federation jail.
Yeah, which is like a country club.
Yep.
I don't know. In Star Trek IV, Dr. McCoy mentions having to mine borite. Like they'd be putting hard labor.
No, that's Federation jail.
No, in part 4, he was mentioning that they were gonna have to mine borite. So maybe they still put him to work somewhere. I don't know. That might have been a nice explanation for those people had to work on Mars with the androids if they had been prisoners. On Star Trek Picard, which we won't talk about. Okay, here we go. Well, gotta run. Was that his mother?
Yep.
Welcome home.
Yeah. A prodigal son returns.
That's a very sweet scene. That's a very, very sweet scene.
Yes. I wish I could stay. Why can't you stay? These are perilous times for the Federation. They are. What did you do during the Dominion War anyway, Picard? I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't see
what did
Deep Space Nine once.
Jean-Luc do during the Dominion War?
I'm sure there's a novel where he did something.
Thing.
I'm sure there's a novel where the Enterprise did something important, right? Okay, yeah. Actually, I think there was. Oh, there was a novel. They're right. I think Bajor gets invaded, and they have to stop the invasion of Bajor. That was a novel, I think. I could be wrong, though. Like I said, Troy's the expert. Okay. Here we go. Oh, look, Data's playing a game.
Hiding in a stack of hay.
Is there any other purpose to this game besides just hiding in the hay?
Have y'all ever hid in a bale of hay before? It makes you itchy.
Yeah, I have not.
I've ridden on a like the haystack ride you can go on where you get pulled by a horse.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah, sitting on it, getting off of it, all itchy. Get the pieces of hay stuck in your clothing.
yeah. Because we would bale hay like at least twice a year at my grandfather's, and you go out and you play in it. Oh, you just get so itchy.
I never noticed how short Brent Spiner is compared to Riker and Worf.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Jean-Luc missed the opportunity again because he gave her a big old lip lock before he left.
What are you doing?
Missed it again.
You're not even going to kiss her goodbye?
Why can't she go with him?
Why can't she go with him? Because she'll start age. I don't know why. Okay.
Love is ageless. Age is just a number.
Why should she have to leave? He can just come back home, come back there. You know what? Just off into the stars. Now there it goes. Is there going to be something else? Final line.
Yeah, they're going to have to get their warp drive replaced because they ejected it, so they can't go to warp.
Are they an impulse power?
This is the most Star Trek sounding music in the entire movie, in my opinion.
Yeah. By the time they get back to where they go through the warp drive replace, the Dominion War will be over.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, come on. That was his plan all along. Oh yeah, we did our part. We blew up that array and killed Spongy F. Murray Abraham or whatever. All right, so what do we think, huh? How would you rank this movie in the Star Trek pantheon, Daniel?
Well, if I'm counting the J.J. Abrams movies, I would put it above those.
I didn't hate the first Abrams movie, but yeah, there were problems with it. Obviously, looking back now, there were problems with it, but I cut it some slack when it came out. But
I mean, it's got some good scenes in it. I like the Goldsmith score. I don't think of it as much as a Star Trek score, though.
No, it feels like something he wrote for Lost.
Yeah, but honestly, his work on the Next Gen movies were totally different from the original series. It's just got a different tone about him.
Okay, so
if Eric was here, he could probably like conceptualize it far better than what I can. I enjoy the score. I just don't think of it as a Next Generation score. But I think it's the weakest Next Generation movie. In my opinion, I'm sure Fan Man would probably disagree with me.
Weakest Next Gen movie. Oh, I'm sorry. I got
Generations for you.
I do not like Generations at all. That movie gets on my nerves actually, for a lot of reasons. For starters, you don't kill off Kirk.
True.
Well, I know that apparently there was a novel written that explains how Kirk survives that. Okay, you know.
What about you,
let's
Chris
see.
P? Where would you rank this for you?
Like you, above the JJ movies. I would put it probably fourth behind Nemesis, and then First Contact, and then Generations. So it'd be First Contact, Generations, Nemesis, and then this movie.
Okay. Oh. Well, you know what, though? It had some good scenes. It had the kid with the gerbil. It had the face the face stretching scenes, which were creepy. And it had the Gilbert and Sullivan singing in the beginning with Data, and Worf was singing it.
That
The
wasn't a good
karaoke.
thing.
That was karaoke night.
That was not a good thing.
They'll do karaoke night on. They should karaoke. They should do Gilbert and Sullivan karaoke night on the Enterprise every week after this because of this movie. Okay, what do you think? Huh?
Yeah, Picard would kill it.
He would. A lot of troubles in Abrams' first movie. There were. I liked Simon Pegg as Scotty. That's about it. But anyway, actually, no. Chris Pine I thought was good as Kirk. I liked him as Kirk. No one's going to ever beat Shatner, but I thought as replacements go, he wasn't bad. And then there's Zachary Quinto Spock, who consistently acted like a complete jerk for all of the 3 movies, to the point where he's not likable. And Spock was always likable. Okay. He was like the calming. he was like the voice. I don't know. He was like the calm and the storm in those movies, and I don't know what they did with him in those. Pixar was involved in this. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
These are the best end credits ever. I like how they have all the flashy stuff on them, and like.
So Chris P, can I put you down for a last action hero?
Sure.
Okay. You cool with that, Boomer?
I'm fine with that.
Do you own that on DVD or Betamax?
No, but I'll find it somehow. Okay. I'm sure it's on one of these many streaming services I have access to.
Let's find out exactly where it's at.
Which it isn't. It's a bunch of crappy television shows that no one's watching. Okay, I'm fine. Oh, you have Star Trek Lower Decks. I don't want to watch it.
How does Last Action Hero got 40% of Rotten Tomatoes? That's just wrong. But yet 88% of Google users like the movie. That seems bizarre.
Ooh, can I watch the featurette? Enjoy this featurette. What is this? Featurette Star Trek Insurrection
features.
Westmore's Legacy. Who's Westmore?
He did makeup, right?
I guess so. There's some good makeup effects in this, actually.
Okay, it's on HBO Max. It's on Pluto TV, Vudu, Amazon Prime, YouTube, Google Play.
Well, Last Action Heroes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Repeat those ones again.
Pluto TV.
I don't know what that is. Move on.
Pluto used to be a planet, and then it was a moon. Then I think it's a
now
planet
it's a
again.
streaming service. They blew
Now
up the
streaming
planet
service.
and turned it into a streaming service. Okay. What's
HBO
next?
Max.
I don't have access to that one.
I thought you had HBO Max.
No.
Okay. Vudu.
I had HBO for a little while, but not HBO. Vudu, that you can rent from. That's what I got. How I did this thing tonight. Okay.
Amazon Prime Video, YouTube, and then Google Play Movies and TV.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm betting you dollars to donuts that's you have to pay for it on Amazon Prime. But let me go look. I'm gonna find out.
Well, it's $13 to buy it on Google TV. It's $4 to rent it.
Okay, let me look on here.
Amazon Prime, it's $3.
Oh, Amazon Original Cinderella. I'm gonna jump on that. Anyway, what am I looking for again? Last Action Hero. Let's see. LAST. Last of the Mohicans.
Which
Ray
I
and
think
the last.
Have a good night, Sir Ian. Thank you always for staying up so
Notice
late.
how
You are
Last
a
Jedi is not
beast.
popping up
Thank
here.
you.
Last Action Hero. Okay.
I'll let you know when Legends of the Fall gets dispatched. It's probably gonna be next week because the next couple days are mega busy. And I hate going to the post office.
It ain't on here. Okay. You can have to rent it. Okay, so next week we are doing
The Burbs. Another Jerry Goldsmith score. I feel like we're turning into a Goldsmith channel.
Well, he's very prolific.
He
How many
is.
Bernard Herrmann scores have we done so far? One? Okay, so we have to get back to Bernard Herrmann at some point.
How many John Williams scores have we done? Not enough.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
Bernard Herrmann is considered to be the greatest film composer of all time, you know.
What about Alex North? Just a thought. I'm just throwing that out there. It's like, it's open for discussion.
Gotcha. Alex North. What did he do?
The Egyptian with Bernard Herrmann.
Oh, okay.
Do you have the Egyptian soundtrack?
Do I have the Egyptian soundtrack? I do not.
Chris P?
Nope.
I've never even seen the Egyptian.
I haven't either, but I do have the score. It's supposed to be the best film score ever written in the history of film score. It's what it says in the liner notes, at least. I'll get y'all a copy.
Cool.
Thank you.
Alrighty then. Oh.
But thank you everyone for coming by tonight. I hope you enjoyed the film more than I did. Thank you, Chris P, for gift spotting.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for the invite.
We'll figure out Last Action Hero in the near future time.
Okay.
But we're in August now. Did we figure out what we're doing for the Halloween month?
I told you I had some ideas.
Okay.
But they may end up changing though. But we'll see. I thought.
Good night, Melissa Harris, and I hope you and Jake are doing well. Thank you for coming by as always. We missed you last week.
Like I said, I was thinking of a devil theme month because we're going to do The Omen and The Exorcist. Of course, I found out Tubular Bells wasn't written for The Exorcist. Is that right? It's its own thing? For the love of Pete. Okay, anyway. All right.
And Rebecca Martins leaves a comment. She would die, Birdman, sacrifice being better to keep her alive. It would make more sense. Yeah, it probably would make more sense. He went back to the planet. Okay. I guess I lost some Star Trek cred tonight. Valid point. Are we doing The Omen for Halloween?
We're going to be doing. We have a month of October. It's not just for Halloween. We're going to be doing a theme month. I have some ideas, but we'll okay them with you. I take it. I'm telling you. What was the other one we're going to do? Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think we mentioned that one tonight. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
No.
And Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. I think that's okay. Well, we can reconvene.
I'm cool. I'm cool. Hey, did you see the Omen remake that they did?
Yeah.
Oh, the one that was released on June 6th of 2006?
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
Was it any good? Because Marco Beltrami did the score for that. We could do like the original one week, which was Goldsmith, and then the other one the next week, and we can compare and contrast the film scores.
It's an idea. I'll think about it because we may end up skipping one of the ones I had selected because Troy and Annette are going to be doing it this week. So I don't know if I want to jump on that. So, okay, maybe we'll do that. That might be an idea. Okay. All right. Cool. I want to do Race the Devil, though.
Okay, I'll give you that one. That was Leonard.
I have
Leonard
to find
Rosen.
the score to it, though. Which apparently was like a limited edition thing. Okay, the one score you think has a high opinion of himself.
Yes,
Lafo Shefflin or whatever his name is.
No, I thought it was Leonard Roseman.
Hold on, let me find out. So what does the score do? Race the Devil. Peter Fonda and Warren Oates. Okay, come on.
Wow, Warren Oates
versus an evil devil worshipping cult, okay? And they're being chased while they're in their RV, okay?
What more could you want?
But I know exactly what more
Oh.
could you want in a movie, okay? Let's see here. Who did music by Leonard Roseman? Yes.
Yeah.
You think he has a high opinion of himself? Okay.
He does.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for coming by. As always, see you next week for the Burbs. Adopt, don't shop, and keep listening to great film scores. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.